So I wanted to ask all of you guys if you have ever felt overwhelmed with your skincare routine and all of the skincare options that are out there. I know there are many. And do you ever find yourself feeling really frustrated by all of the products and all of the promises that the miracles that the industry is promising you? Do they leave you feeling confused, broke, and disappointed? If so, you are not alone and you are going to love today's episode. So, hello, beautiful ladies. I am so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the skincare industry, the beauty industry, and I'm going to reveal some of the biggest secrets that are out there and how they are profiting off of your insecurities and how they actually feed the insecurity first and then they profit off of what you buy from them. So don't worry, I've got your back today. You're going to get some really great information. And by the end of this live stream, you'll know exactly how to simplify your routine, what to go look for, how to save money, and get the results. I mean, real results that you want for your skin, the type you've always wanted. So, before we dive in, I just wanted to give you guys an announcement. I have an update for you. I know I announced last week that we would be having a skincare masterclass on August 31st. Well, that has changed. We are now moving the date to September 7th so that all of you guys can enjoy your Labor Day weekend. So this skincare masterclass, it's going to teach you how to outsmart the skincare industry and get that radiant skin that you've always wanted. So that date again is September 7th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So mark your calendars, share it with your friends. You guys are not going to want to miss this. I am holding nothing back and giving you all of my years of experience and expertise into that one masterclass. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's live stream. Why does the beauty industry want you to be confused? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I also want to show you how you can break free from all of their tricks and confusion. So let's go ahead and get in and talk. Beauty industry, it's actually counting on you feeling insecure and confused. And so the more they can tell you something's wrong with your skin or that you need to look younger, they are going to sell more of their products to you. And so today I want you to be able to break free from that cycle because it really isn't that complicated. And the truth of it is, I've learned this because I've been through it. I've always been a deep thinker. So I'm sure you guys have been able to pick up a little bit on that from just spending a couple of weeks with me today. But you can literally see it show up right here. And there's a small residue here in this video you can see. And these are called 11 lines. These suckers are pesky and they sit right between your eyebrows. For those of you who are listening through the podcast and you're not able to see what I'm pointing to. So I spent many years really insecure about this. And back then, I didn't really know anything about toxins or about how to make smart choices with my money and how to actually go to the root of the issue. So I was spending, I think, somewhere around, and this is like a long time ago. So this may not be much money now because of inflation and all the things, but I was spending $120 a month on a product that it was this fancy product that promised to plump up that 11 line and make it disappear. Well, it's funny because I found myself reapplying that product over and over and over throughout the day. And I think it did a little something. So I kept thinking, the more I do it, the more results I'm going to get. But it did save me from aggressive treatments like Botox or, plastic surgery, which I would have never really done. But, you know, I was missing out on the real point, through this product. And fast forward a little bit, I figured out face yoga. I was able to go after the root problem. And here's a hint at the masterclass coming up on September 7th. I will be teaching you one face move that targets all of the parts of your face. But I learned how to naturally correct those 11 lines because I then learned what was causing them. And so now I know that constant reapplication of a product was never going to solve this issue for me. But, I was caught in that endless loop, before I knew that it would never help me. I was chasing down every single product that made the promise, right? And I had like a bathroom pantry full of it because I would try one thing, it didn't work. Another one promised something, it didn't work. And I just kept trying. And then here before I knew it, I had a closet full of products. And none of them were working. But here's the truth: that skincare industry, the beauty industry, they don't want you to find out what the root cause is of your skin concern. They just want to keep putting a band-aid on, because they know that if you don't know the real answer, then you're going to keep spending money on their products, and you're going to continue to be confused and insecure. And so that's why they bombard you constantly with these things that appease your mind, with like tons of ads and quizzes, so that you can figure out what you need in their skincare line. And, they're convincing you over and over and over that you need their product. And they of course have a product for every single problem. So if you end up having 10 problems, guess what? You need all 10 of these products. And it's just building on that insecurity that you have, making sure that you are spending your dollars with them. So, and then sadly, what ends up happening next is you find yourself hiding from the camera, avoiding social interactions with people. And worst of all, you start believing that you actually have something wrong with you, and that you need to fix yourself in order to live your life happily. And it's this horrible, vicious cycle. And it has to stop today, because you are beautiful right now, where you're at right now already. You don't need this stuff. It's just, what I want to do is I want to help you learn how to take care of yourself, so that you can continue to get out there and do what you want to do. But one of the top secrets I overlook is, we need to just simplify things, right? You can simplify, you can save money, and you can shine all at the same time. And so, the skincare, it doesn't have to be this complicated thing or expensive, especially if you're doing it right. And so when you strip back all the noise and all of the confusion and all the things that they want you to focus on, when I say they, I'm talking about the skincare industry, you're able to look at a few core essentials that will truly transform your skin and give you real results. And so I'm just talking about something simple. You always have to start with a cleanser. So you, of course, need that. Everybody needs that, right? And at our age and stage in life, you need a hydrating serum. And of course, in the master's class, I'm going to describe to you and explain to you the difference between a hydrating serum and a moisturizer. They do two completely different things. And if you have a targeted problem, you can get a targeting serum, but that is all you need, is those 5 products. That's all you need to start seeing your results. And I want you to be able to take a look at your skincare collection today, and I want you to look at the products that you have in your cabinet. Are there things sitting there that aren't doing their job? Is there something sitting there that is just really, you almost look at it with dread, because it has too many steps to understand how to even use it? I want you to not forget that we will be going through all of this much deeper in the Skincare Masterclass. So join us on September 7th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. The link will be in the description and in the show notes. So make sure you join us. But let's go ahead and get into debunking some of the myths that the skincare industry might want you believing, or something that you might have heard someone say when you were younger and you did believe, because there's a lot of myths out there, and I'm going to hit 3 of them, but you really, really don't need a lot to get that glow that you deserve. And truly, let's get real, right? How many of you tried every skincare trend out there under the sun, only just to feel more confused and frustrated? I mean, really, there's just so many out there, and everybody's got an opinion, and I think we've all been there, and today I just want to debunk the biggest myths that I have heard from some of you that are keeping you from that glowing skin. And so the beauty industry, it's doing a great job at selling you these products. It knows your insecurities, the concerns you have. It knows how to word it in a way that hits you right here in the heart and gets you emotional about it. But they're not so good at giving you the truth and the whole picture, giving you the tools to be able to figure out what you really need on your own. And so they push all these myths out at you, making you feel like you need to keep buying more. Okay, so here's myth number 1. More products mean better results. So at the beginning, I told you, if you take these quizzes, you might walk away with, okay, here's the 10 products you need from us to address all of your skin issues. Well, here's the thing. More products does not equal better skin. The reality is they couldn't be farther from the truth. Your skin's very basic. It has some nutritional needs, just like your body does when you put food in it, has some nutritional needs. And so layering multiple products on top of themselves, actually, especially if they have a lot of active ingredients, they can often cause more harm than good or cancel out the benefits of one of the other products, especially when you're using separate skincare companies and separate skincare lines within the company. You can find that the two layering together might be irritating your skin when the one is actually what you need and it doesn't irritate your skin, but the two together, it might be causing breakouts or even lead to some long-term damage in the most extreme of cases. But instead of focusing on a few high quality essentials that target your specific concerns, ideally you want to stick with one skincare company and one skincare line. And the reason for that is because everything that's in that line is meant to work together. And so they usually are synergistic, and the one product after the next, they all build upon themselves and create one particular result that you're looking for. So simplify your routine. Stick with one line. Try it for 30 to 90 days before you decide that it's not working for you. But when you stick to one line, your skin just has a better chance to just breathe and do it what it does best, and that is glow when you're giving it the right food and nutrition. All right, another myth is you need a product for every single issue, and that kind of goes hand in hand with what we've already been talking about, but it's like a lot of us, we go after one product for wrinkles, one product for dark spots, one product for acne, one product for hydration, one product. I mean, the list goes on, right? And so this is a trap. Really, truly, the industry wants you to believe that without all of these products that you can't have great skin. But here's the truth. Many skin issues can be addressed under one multifunctional product. Here's one good example. And this is only true if it's a good vitamin C serum, but a really good vitamin C serum, it can help with dark spots, fine lines, hydration, a lot of things. And then one vitamin A product, and recognize I didn't say retinol. And if you want to join my masterclass, you'll learn why I am specific to say vitamin A product. But, one vitamin A mask can improve the texture of your skin, reduce fine lines, even out your skin tone, and do even more stuff. So I want you to know that more products don't equal better results. It truly, you can multitask and reduce your overall skincare bill if you can find the right products that do multifunctional things. Okay. Another myth. High price equals quality. This is not always the case. How many times have you thought that the more expensive of a product, the better it must be? Or if it has the word organic, it must be more natural. Well, guess what? Organic can still put fragrances and chemicals in there. And those words, fragrance, they can, under the FDA rules and guidelines, have over 3,000 chemicals unlisted on that label under that one word. And most of those are hormone disruptors. So just make sure that you just don't fall for because the price is high or it has the right word in the label, that you're getting high quality. This is a very common belief, and I saved it last because the last thing people talk about when they're giving you a list of things is the thing that sticks in your brain the most. So I wanted to make sure that this is the one that sticks if you don't remember the other ones. But a higher price doesn't always mean better effectiveness. And the truth is, many high priced products contain, like I said, those chemicals, the synthetics, the cost of they're able to make synthetics pennies on the dollar. But when you're looking at some of these companies, and they'll charge you high price, but some of these companies, they're made in the USA, all natural, no synthetics, and they're still reasonably priced, matched with those companies that are making major profit off of you. So And even if a product may cost a little more, because sometimes when you're comparing products, the higher priced one is the higher quality product. But just know that I can point out to you and show you the ones that are worth the spend. Okay. Because there's some things that's worth spending in your line of products higher than the rest. All right. So when you buy into all of these myths, you're not only spending more money overall, but you're also risking the health of your skin. Overloading your routine or using products that aren't suited for your skin cause irritation, sensitivity, or even exacerbate the issues that you're trying to fix. And that's the sad part. And usually your skin is telling you what you need if you know how to identify and diagnose what your problem really is, which I will share with you in the masterclass. So, if you can't tell, I'm trying to encourage you to come join the masterclass because the truth is, I can't teach you everything there is to know right here in this live stream. So, I want you to come to the masterclass because I want every woman on the planet to know what I have to teach. And in most of it is stuff you've never heard before. All right, so here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to take a critical look at your skincare products. Have you fallen for any of these myths? And is it time to declutter some of them because they're really not doing the thing that you wanted it to do? Or is there products that you have in your cabinet that really multitask? So you're actually wasting other products because you're already getting the benefit out of the one, right? And so the fun part is about the masterclass. I'm going to share with you my personal routine. It is simple. I'm able to do it in 90 seconds in the morning, 90 seconds at night. So for those of you who say you don't have enough time for a good skincare routine, I challenge that thought. And here's the other fun part is for those of you who just don't know how to read your labels or don't know what each product you have is, but you've spent a lot of money on it. I know how women are. We buy products and then we don't want to throw them away because we spent money on them. And so I will offer at the Skincare Masterclass an opportunity to book a very, very low priced session with me where we literally go through all of your products and I can let you know if it really would be effective for your skin. And so we can customize it right there for you. So be sure to join us so we can craft the routine for you. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and move on and talk about how to create the skincare routine that not only fits your life, but also feels like self-care and something that you will enjoy. I mean, some of us, we literally feel like it's a chore. That's what I used to believe. And so I ask you, like, how many of you actually look at your skincare routine as a to-do list? And I'm not, when I say skincare, I'm most of the time talking about your face, right? But like our skin covers our whole body. So we are talking about body care as well. How many of us actually stop to put a good quality lotion on our skin to nourish it and keep it healthy? But I want to tell you, your skincare routine could become one of your most favorite parts of the day. And I have heard so many clients that I've worked with tell me that afterwards. I had a lady tell me, she was over 60 years old and she was like, I have always hated taking care of my skin this way. And somehow now I can't wait to rush to the bathroom and do the routine because I love it so much. So I want you to know that you could look forward to your skincare routine too. But let's get back to the elephant in the room. It's a chore right now though, right? And so we have these lives where skincare just becomes another task in our already busy lives. And so here's the thing, it really doesn't have to be that way. Your skincare routine really truly can be a reason for you to unwind, reconnect with yourself, and show your skin some love. And in a way that you can even find yourself laughing, enjoying, calming down. When we think of skincare as a chore, it actually loses its joy and it becomes the tedious process and we start to dread it. And before we know it, we are looking ourselves in the mirror going, my skin looks terrible. And you know why? Because we gave up the skincare routine altogether. I mean, how many of us just jump in the shower, use the washcloth to rub our face and go, okay, I did it, right? And I remember those days. Like I had that experience where My skincare routine felt overwhelming. I was burned out. I told you I was spending all that money and really wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I didn't enjoy any of it. And so I stopped taking care of myself in that regard. And because I stopped taking care of myself, the end result is, of course, you're not going to get any of the benefits and results that you want from a routine. And so I want that all to change for you today. So here's one simple tip: start by stripping down to the basics. Okay. You may need more products than a cleanser and a moisturizer. That's the sandwich, right? And so you can put fun things in the middle of the sandwich that nourish your skin, but let's start with the bread. That's what you actually need to start. So I will go over how to identify root problems so that you can find the pieces to put in between the bread. Um, and that's going to be in the masterclass on September 7th. But keep it simple. When you keep it simple, you don't feel overwhelmed. Your brain isn't overloaded with more information than you really need. And you're able to just erase all of those things that keep you from getting the results. All right, tip number 2. Integrate some mindfulness into your routine. This is something that I had to challenge even myself. When you put mindfulness into your routine, and what I mean by mindfulness is, as you're applying these products, you take a moment to just breathe deeply and enjoy the natural scent of the product. Notice I'm not saying the fragrance because we already talked about that, but you know, feel the warm water on your skin. That's what I mean by mindfulness moment as you do your routine. When you're doing this, you're kind of giving yourself that spa moment, a facial. Give yourself a massage as you're applying the products. And it not only feels good, but it's stimulating the circulation. It's giving your skin that natural glow, and it's boosting your spirit and just helping your mind unwind at the end of the day. Um, and then tip number 3, personalize your routine with something that's enjoyable. And this is customizable because we all enjoy different things, but whatever element makes you feel good, whether it's doing a face mask while you're soaking in a bathtub, or listening to your favorite music while you do your routine, or a podcast, you make it your time. Make it a ritual. That's something that you can do daily, that you just know that if you did nothing to take care of yourself that day, if you did this, you would feel really good about it and it would feel like a treat. That's what I'm talking about. So when you approach your skincare with this mindset of using a ritual, it becomes like self-care, even though you have to do it. You're not just caring for your skin. Like I said, you're nurturing your mind and your spirit too. And it's just this small thing, and it doesn't take much time, especially if you're already going to be listening to that podcast anyways, or that song anyways. Just let yourself have, just for a few moments, just for 90 seconds of the day or more if you choose to just have a sense of calm, joy, and rejuvenation. And I really do. I want to challenge you to rethink how you're doing skincare this week. Try incorporating something that you can enjoy, one of those elements in those tips that will help this routine become less of a chore. And don't forget, I'll be diving much deeper in how to build a really great skincare routine that feels amazing, and delivers real results on September 7th at 10 a.m. Central Time. So make sure you join us for those additional tips. All right. So as I'm wrapping up today, I just want to remind you that it doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming, and you can truly pick a skincare routine that works for your skin and gives you real results. This mindset of just simplifying it and using only what you need, it really works. And it helps you take back your power and your joy in this routine and giving you the self-care. So I do hope that today was inspirational and really, truly helpful. I hope that you're able to get off and go try one of the things that I told you and find something really fantastic. This fresh perspective, it really just shifts the game and changes everything. And I want you to look in that mirror and fall in love with the woman again you're looking back at. So you don't need a cabinet full of products to be able to do that. All you need is a few key things and just a little bit of knowledge, which I'll totally give you generously in the free workshop. But this mindset, it really can nurture your heart and soul. So I'd love to hear from you. What was one of the biggest takeaways from today's session? Feel free to leave a comment right here. I've got the comment box open. I can't wait to help you get your glow on, see you walking in confidence again. And this is just the beginning. We're going to go much deeper in that masterclass. Go register for it. I've got the link in the description and in the show notes, and I'm going to share my routine. You can see I've got a nice glow and a nice color in my skin. I have no foundation on. I'm using no filters. I do have a little bit of eyebrow color and some eyeshadow and mascara, and that is it. So, and you can have these results too. So I want to help you do that. Mark your calendars, share with a friend. You don't want to miss it. All right, make sure to not miss next week's live stream, because I'm going to continue this beauty series and we're going to be talking about your beauty sleep. I know at this age and stage in life, hormones start kicking in a way that it disrupts our sleeping patterns, and we have to figure out how to land back on our 2 feet and start getting that beauty sleep again. And so I'm going to help teach you a few nighttime habits that will be a game changer and help you get the beauty out of your beauty sleep. And so don't want to miss that. Jump in with us next week. All right. So if you haven't already, go sign up for the masterclass and let's continue this journey together. But I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to help you in this transformation. And this is one of my things that I geek out on, and I could talk about it all day. And so for sure, I'm here to help. And so until next time, remember to keep it simple and stay confident. You already have beauty, and so we just want to enhance it and take care of it. So we'll see you next week.